I'll do it again.
Take one.
And now, the American Heathens Season 1 lineup. Some might call him the creator. He weighs in at a whopping 500 pounds, standing at a towering 5'2". He's been considered the king of PA, also known as the poke a nose. Give it up for John Doe Chance 3. And now, the sidekick of swing. He goes by many names. That dude over day, Mr. Saturday Night, Rumple Foreskins. He hails from parts unknown. If there ever was such a thing as a black bald eagle, he'd be the daddy. Give it up for Ishmael, this guy, the comedian, median. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the American Heathens Podcast. Let's get it.
That was good.
There, I feel like I'm about to have an aneurysm. But yeah,
So,
that's what you
American
wanted me to do.
Heathens.
You gave me links of what was the name of the people? Andrew Clavin and Judy Judge.
Oh, I gave you Janine. I think Hannity does an opening too. A lot of people do openings.
Yes.
Fillmore.
But they are news podcasts. We're only doing news because there's no film. There's no film industry right now.
What is today? Today's June 13th, Saturday.
Yes. Lucky June 13th.
So I guess what's been going on? Any just more zombie apocalypse? They've been.
Oh no. I wouldn't say zombie apocalypse. Now it's protest apocalypse.
Well, that's how all zombies
are
protesting. Why do you think zombies are out there eating brains? You think they're just doing it for shits and giggles? They're doing it because
by
of
brain
oppression, man.
Damage. Yeah. Like, I mean, what the fuck, dude?
The zombies are oppressed.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. No, I had a good week. Like, I went out. I finally did the recycling from all the stuff that I have in my car. I got $20, and the guy, like, I saw him. He was trying to give me just a 20, but I saw he had a $2 bill. Like, I don't care what people say. I think getting $2 bills is a sign of luck. So, like, I asked him, hey, can I have that? He gave it to me. And then the next day at work, yeah, I was like, dude, I find them lucky. I think I found I've not found, but I've got maybe 6, 8, of course. But the next day, so yeah, so Ace went out, and now people of our produce are still good in these portable fridges, and now they're starting to go out every now and then. Like, they'll go off for 5 minutes, and then they'll turn back on. They'll go off for 10 minutes, and then they'll turn back on. Eventually, before I leave, like, I'd say probably 5 to 6, 7 of them just go out. Like, they don't come back on. And like,
so it's hot?
I know there's, I believe, well, no, it's not just that, but now the stuff is spoiling, because after, I believe, FDA regulations, if like milk, cheese, and stuff like that, that's supposed to be refrigerated, if it's not refrigerated up to like 2 hours, you have to throw it away. Oh. So now my manager's scrambling around trying to figure out what to do, because, we just can't sell stuff that, that then go by those regulations.
You can't sell that bad cheese.
Yeah, but now I come in today, and the new luck that happened is now our all the stuff from the fridges is now in our produce area. So now the produce teachers, what I'm on, we can't do our jobs because now we're in the slur chiller, and all the stuff's back in there. So that's more luck on my behalf. And then
day of life at Amazon.
Remember, Oh yeah, but no, but this was now outside of Amazon. Remember the lady I told you about who's in Joker that I used to work with? I decided to reach out to her about all this about all this just injustice against black people stuff, and she rips me a new one. She like I hit her up on Facebook. I'm like, hey, am I crazy, or are we kind of, we as black people, are we kind of like fighting over the wrong thing? Shouldn't all lives matter, not just Black Lives Matter? So now she comes back and be like, look, I don't know you. I worked with you 10 years ago, and I'd appreciate that you didn't talk about me. You're not trying to get a hold of me to get what the lady in the Joker comment on pressing topics. And I'm just like,
now she's famous.
The thing that I found BS was after. No, she's not that famous. Like I tell
No,
today,
I mean in her head, she's like, I'm
on.
famous now. I can't give you comments.
No, but here's the thing that I don't get. Right after I saw the movie, which was last October, I hit her on Facebook. I said, hey, saw you in the movie. Good job. She sends me thanks. Since that time, I haven't talked to her since. I sent her this thing. Now it's like, I don't know you. I haven't talked to you in 10 years. I don't know why you're asking me about these social issues. And she said what? What did she say? She said, oh yeah, this is my professional page. But when I came at you just saying that you did a good job, you didn't say all this. You didn't say this energy of I don't know you, who, you know. So I'm like, I was confused. The best strategy that I could come up with, I'm gonna start doing it. I just let her. I gave her the last word. So I'm just like, I'm not responding. I'm not gonna try to bring anything back about this whole incident. I was just like, that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But the funny thing is, I get that a lot. It's like I used to work at Universal Studios, and they have Halloween Horror Nights. It's like the Halloween theme time of the year near October, and I actually hit up people who work there. Just hey, you guys got any tickets? Or like, can I buy my Halloween Horror tickets through you since you guys get employee discount? Now these guys are saying, hey, bro, we don't even hang out anymore. You know, this, that, and the third. Why do you only ask us when you need tickets to Halloween Horror Nights? Because I need tickets to Halloween Horror Nights. I mean, like, like what? Like, I don't know what the hierarchy of friendship is. Like, we don't hang out. It's not because I'm not calling. You're not calling me either. It's not like there's a back and forth where somebody's saying, "Hey, let's hang out," and I don't respond. It's like, what? I have another job. The club we go to is now closed. Like, how or when are we supposed to hang out?
I mean, I guess you could throw in a hey, what's up every week or so. Hey, what's up? I throw out a what's up.
Like to do that, like I don't keep my family close, dude.
I do
when
that.
I worked at the Hollywood Bowl. What?
I was gonna say I throw up what's ups, but not. I mean, I just throw out a what's up, and then I don't look back at it. Just say what's up or like hey.
But you've never asked those people, hey, I have a question about something or something that's right up their alley.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah. If I have a question, I will. But I guess if you're asking for shit, like maybe you gotta throw in a couple of what's up for before that if they're doing you a favor. But it's not like you wouldn't do them a favor if they wanted something cheap
There
on
you go.
Amazon.
That's my point. Cause
They just
no, well, not
I
Amazon,
don't
but
know. They sound like LA people. LA people are weird like that. I didn't talk to
but
you for
because
like
when I
two
worked at
years,
Hollywood
and then I
Bowl,
just messaged you, right?
that long, but I mean, wait, like when I worked at the Hollywood Bowl, let's say I haven't seen somebody in 2-3 years. Hey, we lost touch. I could get you a free beer. Would you like a free beer? Sure. There you go. You buy one, you get two. Easy. It's and I would do that because
But it's different
hey,
though.
we
If they
lost
asked you for a
track.
free beer, it would be different, right?
No, I would do what I could because I've known this guy.
Yeah, that's true. It
I would hook
depends on
my
how
friends up.
close you were.
You would hook your friends up if you could?
Huh?
Huh? Let's say, well, okay, let's say I just only saw him at a party and he just recognized me from a party. Hey, you were at so and so's party 2 years ago. Can I get a free beer? Maybe not that, but let's say I have their number in my phone. But let's say I have their number in my phone. Okay, that means I wanted to keep contact with you. Oh, hey, what's up, Ish? Hey, what are you doing here? I'm here at the concert. No way. Hey, is anybody get a free beer? Sure. Like, I mean, I'd be more hesitant, but it's like I know you. Like I've had conversations with you. It's
Yeah, that's true.
like I worked with chick. It's like I worked the chick in the movie.
Well,
We've had conversations about things that have nothing to do with work.
apparently this lady in Joker, she didn't like you or something. You know, in LA.
Well, we've had our squabbles about different
Yeah.
real issues at work.
You know, in LA, how you could be hanging out with someone for like 6 months and not know they don't like you. Like that's one of those things. If they're treating you like that, that means they didn't like you
Oh,
before.
really?
You
Like
know.
that's there.
Either they didn't like you or they don't think
Yeah, I mean,
you're famous
I'm
enough to help them.
speaking on the, but even the people, the guys at Universal that I ask about the kids, I've given them rides after the club. When we go into the club, we're dancing near each other, like we're trying to get, like if there's two chicks there, he's trying to hit on one, try on the other, the wing. So once again, it's not like I've 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 tried to distance myself from them, and it's not like they've tried to reach out to see what I'm doing either. So it's like,
Yeah, it
what the
just
fuck?
means that you guys aren't that close. I bet you though, if you had some comedy special like on Netflix, it's like Ishmael, and then you gave him a call for those tickets, they'd be
Oh,
like, yeah,
oh, with without a doubt, and
yeah,
that
they
is
get you
when
those
the
tickets
tables
real
will have
quick.
turned.
Yep.
Yeah. Just wait at the back door. Ask for Leon. That's what I'll tell him. And there's no Leon
Yeah, I'm
there.
good. No. When I get famous, I'm gonna be a dick, man. If I go to a club, I see someone that says shit to me, I'm gonna go point to the
No,
manager. I'm like, get that guy the fuck out, or I'm gonna leave.
no offense, Joe Chance, but I don't think you need to wait till till when you get famous. You're gonna do that regardless. Just saying. Just throwing it out.
Get him out. I'm in the club
Yeah.
now.
All right.
My club
So
now.
did you watch any movies or anything
I
over the
watched
week?
that PlayStation 5 reveal.
Oh my God. What like you don't play video games like I play video games. So I gotta know what you felt about it. I flipped my
Well,
wig. Like
you see the Unreal Engine demo?
what was that? What was on it? Like just
The
all the games
Unreal Engine
together or
is
what?
the engine that they use for a lot of the games. They have an Unreal Engine just for PlayStation 5. And
Um
I saw that demo a little while ago. It looked really good. It's basically, it was like they were showing like a Tomb Raider game, but they were showing you
um
all the different types of animations they could do now, how it's like a movie. But
um
the games for PlayStation, I'm getting a PlayStation 5, but none of those games. There was one of the games in the beginning was like a big game, right? Like it was not Grand
Miles
Theft Auto.
Spider-Man Miles Morales?
Yeah, Spider-Man. That one looks kind of cool. I'll get the
Hmm.
Spider-Man. It's probably just gonna be like the other Spider-Mans, but now with
Yeah, just with a different skin. Oh, okay.
yeah, but
I'm
it's still the other Spider-Mans were cool. So the Batmans, the Arkham Knights were better than the Spider-Mans, but the
hmm.
Spider-Mans are fun. And
Hmm.
then they didn't
But
show
what I
God
don't
of
get is
War. I
like
wanted
in
to
that
see God of War.
what I don't care is in that trailer they say become your own Spider-Man or something to that effect, where like you can customize it. But I think in most video games now it'd be cooler just to actually get my face on the body and me doing stuff. Like I don't want to play as Miles Morales. I want to play as Ishmael, this guy, the comedian, as
Well, I mean, for
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, you'd want Miles Morales, but if you were doing like Final Fantasy or some other game, to have your face on there would be cool. But they'll probably be able to do that pretty soon. Like you get some kind of skin kit, put those
Well, but
dots
I
on
mean,
your
just
face?
any game can have customizable,
No, no, I
stuff.
mean, but like your exact face, like where they could
Oh,
just map your
it'll
face.
never. Oh, but that will be far far future. But just having
It's
that
not that
aspect of
far. I bet you they could do it now. Like if they really, really wanted to, they
yeah,
could do it
but they
now.
don't want it.
Well, I
They
mean,
don't want
not that like if it costs money too. Like if they were gonna really promote a game that did that,
it. Mm.
they could do it. But that's maybe we gotta do that. Maybe we gotta develop a game
What get
which your
digitized?
face.
They well, but I mean, like, even a game like World of Warcraft. I don't know if you ever played that game. Have you played the game or heard the game?
World of
World
Warcraft.
World of
Yeah,
Craft.
I mean you
See,
could
the thing is,
customize them.
yeah, but the thing is, in that game, some guy was just trying to at least get his character as close to him as possible. He got close, but I noticed in the game, your character never really talks, and I'm just like, how hard is it to just get like maybe 5 different male voices, 5 different female voices, raise them from high, medium to low, and work work with that. It's like,
I mean
what the hell?
they do
Because they have
that.
voice actors in the game, huh?
They do that, but it's hard to get voice
What'd you
actors to
say?
sound like you. I mean, they have the pitch things. You can change the pitches and
No,
stuff.
but I mean that's a step. That's a step. Like it's literally you could have one guy say the same thing and just have a sliding scale of uh of his vocal range.
Well, that
So
I
hey, I want my guy to have a deep voice. I want my guy to have a high pitched voice. How hard is that?
well that they have. They have that.
On certain games, not
Yeah,
like
on
the most popular
certain
games.
games. But like that is complicated because like you hire voice actors. Like they pay those voice actors like they pay normal actors. So did
Yeah,
you open
because I mean it is a
your
job.
video froze?
So yeah, because I'm looking up my notes because I don't have any other way to look at my notes.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I just didn't know.
Yeah, when I was gonna do it. So what else happened to me this week? Oh, and I saw a weird movie too. It's a movie from last year called The Art of Self-Defense with Jesse
Oh yeah,
Eisenberg as the
I
lead.
saw that in the movie theater.
It really okay. Well, we can talk about it. I saw the trailer. I fell in love with the trailer. Didn't like the movie. Like I saw it. I was just like, this is a weird dark comedy that I wasn't in the mood for. Like I wasn't in the mood for a dark comedy. I was in for a comedy. But there's like they killing dogs and
No, it was a weird
the
movie.
teacher is blackmailing.
It reminded me a little bit
Okay,
of
I'm
Punch
glad I'm
Drunk
not the
Love.
only one.
Did you ever see Punch Drunk Love?
Yeah,
I like Punch Drunk Love. No, the Art of Self Defense. I remember liking it, but it was just a weird movie. I wasn't
yeah.
expecting anything
Like
though.
like were you worried about when you should laugh and when you shouldn't laugh? Like, is this funny? Am I
No,
supposed to laugh
I
here?
never
Should I
worry
feel
about
sad?
that. I always laugh at the wrong time. Like I'm always like when you're in the movie theater, it's dead silent. Then you hear me like ha ha ha, and then
Oh yeah, yeah, I do that a lot too.
that's
I don't
always
know. I
me.
find some stuff funny. I always find some stuff funny that other people don't or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? What I worry about? It seems like Jesse Eisenberg has a doesn't have that great of a range as you hoped he would at this time because he can play awkward. He can play the awkward guy. I want him to play something else besides the awkward guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder if it's him or if it's just the way he gets casted
Choice
now,
of role.
Yeah, like
Hmm.
that happens. Like who is it? There was that Paul
Who was
Walker
it?
movie, Running Scared. Remember Running Scared?
What was that? What was that? Running scared. Was that? Wait, that
It,
had something to do with the ice, ice skating or hockey
I
something
don't
or other?
even remember the movie. I just remember it was like an action movie, and they got Paul Walker really cheap because no
Um,
one would cast him for action at that time. And then Same with a lot of those guys.
But what?
Robert
So
De
it was
Niro, he
before
did
he
the one
did
comedy,
Fast
and
and
now he's
Furious.
comedy guy all the time.
Who?
Robert De Niro. Analyze this, analyze that.
He's always been doing comedy though.
No,
You're talking about
no.
wait, you're talking about before
Before
that
Meet the
he
Fockers, like before Meet the Fockers, he
uh-huh.
didn't do comedy. Remember? He
No, I don't.
reinvented
That's
himself.
why you're telling me. But he's
Yeah,
done
yeah.
movies with
Before,
comedy elements.
I don't know. I think that's pretty much where he started doing comedy. After that, he started doing comedy, and then like what's his not Liam Nielsen, like he did
I remember
Taken, and
Bad
then
Grandpa. I was like, ooh. What about
Bad
Liam Neeson?
Grandpa, wasn't that Johnny Knoxville?
Some grandpa dad. The one with him and Zac Efron. Robert De Niro and Zac Efron. I don't know what the name of that movie was.
Was that the one 21 and Me, where he got old and one got young?
No, they didn't switch bodies. I think Zac Efron was just Robert De Niro was Zac Efron's grandfather, and I don't know what they did because I
All
didn't want
right.
to
Well,
watch
yeah,
the.
but that also happened after Analyze This and Meet the Fockers.
But I guess maybe as you get older, the roles just aren't coming.
Well, I
I mean,
mean,
how?
everyone gets typecasted, and you just have to break out of it. And then if you break out of it big, you get typecasted that way. Like
Hmm.
Liam Nielsen, like now he's the badass fighting dude, but he wasn't that before, right? Before Taken, he wasn't that guy, was he?
I don't know. I would say he wasn't really on my radar, so I
And look
always
at
known
John
him as the
Travolta,
Taken
like
guy.
Tarantino revitalized
Oh
his
yeah,
career,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
After Pulp Fiction.
But you can't stay on top all the time.
Well, I mean, you could in one
Or just
one thing. Like look at like what's his name? Kevin Hart. Like I bet you Kevin Hart could do a serious role if he wanted to.
he did. Wasn't that a serious role with him and Walter White? What's his
Oh yeah,
name?
yeah.
Walter
I didn't
White.
watch that movie though. Was that
Okay.
Kevin Hart?
Neither did I. Yeah, it was Kevin Hart and then Bryan Cranston. I forget
Yeah,
the
no,
name of
I
the
knew it was
movie.
a black guy, but they based it off of a French movie, I think. And
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I heard about that. I
I don't
probably
know
have
if
to
they
watch that.
based it off the French movie, but it was like the same type of movie. It was
Hey,
basically about the same thing.
deep.
Well, I mean, you get typecasted, right? Like The Rock, I guess he does Ballers. Ballers is probably how he gets not typecasted, right? Because Ballers is more serious.
Yeah, you're good at all. He came wrestling. Hey,
I've
hey.
never
So
seen
he must
Ballers.
be a
Did you
good
see
actor.
Ballers?
No, I haven't seen Ballers. Here's a
I
good
bet you it's
show.
good.
But let's talk about stuff we have seen. Let's talk about stuff that we have seen, sir.
Oh, we were talking
See me
about the art of
scratching my lovely
self-defense.
goatee here.
Are you after you saw it? Did you want to become a self-defense guy?
No, I did think I needed to start taking self-defense
Oh, you
because I
did.
did. I wanted to listen to more music, but I'm I'm not getting a gun. I don't
You're
care what you
getting a
say.
gun?
I am not getting a gun. I will never get a gun.
I thought you just said I'm getting a gun.
Who said I am not getting a gun? I'm
Oh,
saying that now.
I'm getting a shotgun.
This guy. So you gonna try to defend good old Donald Trump on this stuff?
Oh, what stuff? What do you do this time?
Oh, what did he do this time? Like the guy in Buffalo, older gentleman, 70 something years old. Forget his name. He gets pushed by cops, and he gets pushed so hard that when his head hits the ground, he starts bleeding.
No,
Goes
that's
to the
bullshit. I saw
ICU.
that. You know what
What is
happened?
Donald? Hold on, let me.
All
Can I
right,
explain to the people
go ahead.
what happens after? Now, after that incident, all the rioting that's going on, all the protesting that's going on, Donald Trump proceeds to write a tweet stating that this guy may be an Antifa plant. Defend your boy.
Well, I don't know about the plot, but all I know is that old guy, he got what he deserved, man. He walked up to the cop, he grabbed the cop, he touched him like he grabbed something at the cop. Then the cop just
Mm-hmm.
like lightly tapped him, and the guy like falls
Uh-huh.
backwards on his head. Like we got like 10,000 years of evolution not to fall backwards onto our heads. Like you're supposed to do something, man. You're supposed to roll, like cover up. The
Duck
dude
and
just
cover.
the dude just flips backwards and just lands on his head. Like who does that? How many times have you fallen and
Well,
not landed on
maybe,
your head?
maybe, maybe because he's a 70-something-year-old man, and the fact that that light tap that you say the officer did wasn't a light tap at all. Maybe it
No,
was
that was one of
forceful,
the.
more
No,
forceful than you
no,
think.
that was like when you watch the NBA and someone taps LeBron and he does
Oh,
the
this
flop and
guy
fall. That's what
gonna
that shit
try.
was. That was a flop.
you,
I
you
think
you claim this the 72-year-old guy is flopping.
I think it's seriously. You know what I think happened?
So where did the blood
I
come
think
from?
he flopped and made a
What?
mistake in his flop and hit his head. Like I think he overflopped, he oversold it, and hit his head. I think
Oh,
he made
really?
a
Well,
mistake.
there's so
Yeah.
you got to go to the ICU.
No, no, he really got hurt, but I
Mm.
think he got hurt because he fucked up his flop. Like he watched
Oh,
this shit
really?
on the NBA and he thinks this shit's easy. But Dennis Rodman, he was
Oh,
practicing for those flops,
oh,
man. You don't just go out on the court and just flop,
oh.
man. You gotta work on it in the practice room, or you might hit your head.
Well. Here's my thing. You're the leader of the free world. You got a lot of things going on. Why do you have to? For one, why do you have to tweet about this? And why do you have to tweet claiming that this guy is an Antifa mole or spy or something? This is what he is, a citizen of your country. So why do you have to defame the man like that?
Donald Trump gets bored sometimes, man. He's got to tweet. It's his shit. He
He's what?
likes it. He likes to tweet. Like some people, like Obama, like to make craft brewery and go bowling. Trump
Mm-hmm.
likes to golf and tweet. It's his thing. He likes tweeting. It makes
But
him
but but
happy.
it's tweet. But he's gonna tweet. Let's say a dictator or somebody in a country with nuclear warheads, and next thing you know, we're gonna be in a world war.
We're not gonna go to war over a tweet.
Or we'll lose something from China or some country that we need
It's
stuff.
just no one takes this shit
Well, I
serious,
don't know
and then when it goes serious, it's because they've planned it to go serious. Like I
who
mean,
they who the
no, I
they.
mean like Donald Trump tweets something, and it's just
Uh
kind
huh.
of like it's just like his overall feeling, and then the guys like his guys that work for him, they check his tweets and like okay, this is kind of where he's headed. We'll formulate a plan, but like that seems to be working. It seems to be what they've been doing. Like Donald Trump tweets like um I hate the feds. They should do this. And then the feds look at the shit and be like, oh, I guess we could try to do that. And then they do it or they don't. Sometimes they just ignore him, when he says something really weird, like when he told them to put
Huh.
alligators in a moat around the wall in Texas. They're like, yeah, let's just ignore him on that one. Did you hear about
Well,
that?
I, I know I can vote for him. You can admit that you vote for him.
Yeah, I vote for him. Trump?
Oh, I'm not. I'd rather vote for Joe, even
No,
though he's crazy kook
but I like Trump.
standing next to Al Sharpton. What'd you say?
Donald Trump's done really good shit. He's just a little
If you say
unorthodox.
so.
He's just a
Yeah,
little. But Joe
very
Biden, all
unorthodox.
he does is put black people in jail, and then blame it on the black people.
Oh.
He's like, the
Mm.
Republicans did it, even though it was me. Like I designated you a super predator
Mm.
and did 3 strikes, and I put you in jail. But let's blame it on the Republicans.
Mm.
But that's Joe Biden for you.
Yeah.
Do you have the clip of him
Okay.
say who did he call a nigger in on C-SPAN? Do you have that clip?
No. This is recent. This wasn't in this
No, no,
climate,
no.
was it?
This is like in the 70s or 60s. But you know, he, Uncle Joe, good old Uncle Joe. He's been there. He's been there since the '60s, right?
Oh yeah. And look at the state we're in as well. Like what we need right now is a third party. If whoever the third party candidate or somebody trying to be a third party candidate, they need to get out there and start marching with people just for
Maybe
the
Bernie
look.
Sanders should
Because
go.
like somebody should just go out there and say, hey, Black lives, all lives matter. I'm the third party candidate. If you don't like these two knuckleheads,
But
I'm
you
right here.
can't do that. You get canceled. When you say all lives matter, they cancel you. The left cancels you. They say it's racist.
Who's canceled? Who's been canceled by saying all lives matter?
No one says it because they get canceled. They're afraid. Like none of the famous people will say all lives matter because that's an automatic cancel. You say that shit, they cancel you real quick. Like I mean, they've been trying to cancel Tucker Carlson for like a couple of weeks now. They're like on that shit. Like he's all these sponsors are dropping.
Hold on, Tucker Carlson is who?
Oh, he's the number one guy at
He's a news
Fox.
anchor.
Yeah, he took Bill O'Reilly's place, I think. Oh no, Hannity might be number one. Carlson might be two, or they're one. I don't know, but they're up there. You know, they're the most watched out of anyone. But yeah, they've been trying to
So I
cancel.
think I didn't I send you a text over the week? I asked you where do you get your news from, and you never answered the question.
Oh, I get my news from, of course, Andrew Klavan that you saw. Andrew, I get it from Ben Shapiro, Andrew Klavan, which is they're all the Daily Wire. Those guys are the Daily Wire. And I watch some Hannity, but not too much because Hannity comes on every day and he talks for like 4 hours. So like maybe once every 2 weeks. And then Bill O'Reilly I go to. I go a little Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck is good. There's a podcast called
but don't don't you think they have a somewhat of biased opinion one way or the other, left or right?
everyone has a bias. It's impossible
So
not to have
then
a
where
bias.
would somebody be able to get news that isn't biased?
There's no such thing.
Okay.
The
But
only way
whenever I talk about what, go ahead.
the only way to get unbiased news is maybe to grab news from
Your news
both.
reporter.
No, from both sides. Like if you want the progressive angle, like maybe go watch the Young Turks, even though they're insane. You know, maybe turn on CNN to see how the crazy folks talk. Go.
Yeah.
But CNN is crazy. I don't even know if you want to listen to CNN. There's a couple of left guys that are pretty good. There's a couple of podcasts. Right Center. I forgot it's called. Right Center Left. Or there's a podcast. I think Pod Saves America. Those guys. Um, they're on the left. I guess you could go to Rachel Maddow, but she's batshit insane. But I mean,
what's going on?
She won a Rhodes Scholar, they say. Like what's that?
I once almost hit a scholar on the road. Is that close enough? Is that similar?
Who?
When I once hit a scholar on the road, is that close enough? Road scholar. But you need to have that edit in there. The rim shot. But
Yeah, I guess once we pay for the editing program, we'll have more shit to use.
Wait, which one? How much is this editing program?
I don't know. I have to look at it. So
Ooh, now
remember the
that's a
watermark you
topic
saw
for.
the watermark you saw on the one I uploaded? Yeah, if I pay for it, there's no watermark.
But don't you want watermark though? I mean, you could edit it. You could change the watermark.
You could take it out. You could take out the watermark.
No. I think you need the watermark, but there's no way to change it to something else.
Well, you could. You could take it out, change it, whatever, if you pay for it. If you don't pay for it, you can't. Huh?
How much is it?
Oh, I have to check. I didn't.
Well, when you do, let me know. Because I think that'd be a perfect place to put like either not just our logo, but all of the email and at YouTube, all that stuff right there.
That I agree with. I agree with you.
Okay.
Oh, did you? What about Dave
What else
Chappelle?
was I
Did you
gonna
see
say?
Dave Chappelle's special talking about
No, I know he's on. No, I now I can't say, hey, there's nobody doing any comedy during
No, you can. You can still say it
COVID-19.
because it wasn't comedy, man. It was terrible.
Well, it was death at the funeral. What was it?
It was just him.
It was a
Him.
funeral.
No, it was just him like saying like how bad shit is. He's like they fucking killing black people.
Oh, yes.
Like there was no comedy. There was no comedy.
Because there isn't comedy.
There
And
is comedy
if
if you
Dave
make it.
Chappelle can't make you laugh right now,
He
no,
can make
if Dave
comedy.
Chappelle can't make you laugh right now, there is no comedy.
He
So I'm
called
glad I didn't
Candace.
see it, and I'm glad you're saying that you saw it and it wasn't good.
No, it was terrible. He
But
called Candace
but
Owen
back
a smelly cunt.
who?
Candace Owen.
Who?
Candace Owen is
I know that is.
she's a famous black correspondent on the right.
Oh, okay.
She's famous because she
Again,
said
I'm not
that
gonna
what's
interrupt
his
you right
name
now.
was a criminal. He was a bad guy, and we shouldn't hold him up. The dude that got choked to
Well,
death.
now I don't know what's his name is.
The guy who got choked. The guy who started this shit.
George Floyd.
Yeah.
Greg Floyd. How do you, okay? I can at least narrow it down to either Greg or George. But how do you just not remember the guy's name at all?
I don't know.
Greg George Floyd. Oh, like he's everywhere. Like you say his name, remember his name. I'll be like, I saw Joe Rogan and there was an interview with the writer of the book about Sandra Bland. Do you know this story?
Which one is she?
Sandra Bland. Well, she black woman got pulled over for not using her turn signal. She gets detained for 3 days, and she ends up committing suicide in herself.
Oh, I remember that.
How you don't or you do remember?
I remember it.
You said you don't?
I
Yeah.
do.
So
I
how does
do.
that
How is it what?
I'm saying how chain of events like that happen?
Well, I mean, they
I'm
could
sorry,
be.
you talking when I'm talking, so I can't hear what you're saying.
Oh, I said. I mean, they could. They're isolated events. I think. I mean, there could be like just because there's one or two racist cops doesn't mean that the system is systematically racist. But and then who knows if that had anything to do with race? Maybe she did something to make him mad. Like it was wrong, but I don't
Well,
know.
one thing, when I watched that little interview with the author, he went into more detail about the fact that at one point, as she's lighting a cigarette to kind of calm her nerves, he approaches the car, asks her to put it out. She says, "Not going to put it out," and then that goes from step out of the car. So I think the officer in that case, he's like 29 years old, so he doesn't smoke cigarettes. Older people, me included, when somebody's smoking a cigarette, it's normally to relieve stress. So he took that as disrespect, but it's just like, well, she's using it to calm her nerves down, because in the author's story, he's saying that she just moved to Texas. Like literally, she has out of state plates, out of state ID. You know, she's moving to start new, and now she's already gotta get a ticket for not turning on a turn signal.
Yeah, I mean
And it's like, even if that, you know,
it's weird because
and then
like I
3 days
wouldn't have put out the
later she's
cigarette.
dead.
I would have seriously told the cop to go fuck himself if he told me to put out the cigarette.
No, well, but it's the fact that she didn't put out the cigarette, then she's being told to step out of the car.
Well, yeah, I mean you got if they tell you to step out, you gotta
So it
step
just
out.
escalated the situation.
The cop, I mean the cop was probably wrong. He probably shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
But she killed herself, so
And that's
that's
it.
not on
What
them.
they the only been on for the cop had only been on the force for 9 months. All his tickets were stuff like that, like failure to turn, failure not to look both ways. It's just ridiculous. But then that goes
But
back
that
to this
doesn't.
of, well, why do
Why did she
cops
kill
give
herself though?
these tickets? Because she probably didn't kill herself. That's the thing. She probably
No,
didn't
no,
kill herself.
they don't. I mean, like not even in a corrupt cop world do people get pulled over for not turning their turn signals and they get killed in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, like she probably has some mental illness, right?
I do believe in the story the author said, or not in the story, in the podcast, the author did say that she had attempted suicide in the past.
Yeah, of
So
course. I mean, like
that's
the cops didn't kill her. I mean, they probably did it wrong. They probably shouldn't have arrested her, but they're not
yes.
gonna kill someone.
Because let's say from what she had what? She still had tickets that she had to pay back in the where she was, and then when she moved out here, she got detained. Now, I think you're supposed to, if you're not, if you don't see a judge within 24 hours after you have been arrested, you're free to. I know in LA that's how it is. I don't know how it is in
No, I
Pennsylvania
think
or
it's
other
like
states. I thought that
48
was
or
a federal thing.
I think it's 48 or 72 because like if you get arrested on a Friday, you don't see the judge till
Well,
Monday.
uh, if it's 40, if it was 48, that means, well, if it was 48, he should have been out.
No, no,
But
I mean
but by the
no.
day she
That
was over.
she if there's lots of reasons. Like it could have been a holiday, it could have been the weekends. If you come in on a Friday, say you get pulled over like
Mm,
Friday at 5, you don't see the judge until Monday,
mm,
right? Or if it's a
mm.
holiday, like if it's Thursday or the night before Good Friday, you wouldn't see the judge for 3 days. So, I mean, there's,
Wow.
I mean, it doesn't. The fact that they took her in is kind of suspect, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
she got out of the car, she said no to smoking, and then they arrested her for what?
Well, I didn't really hear all the details about.
Like,
But
I
I think it was
mean,
not an author or something like that. But like, if police honestly can't tell you to about it, like, unless he's fearing for his life, but who is fearing for his life with a cigarette? You have a gun. She hasn't
well, no,
shown
I mean,
any.
you don't have to put out the cigarette, but if the cop tells you to get out of the car, you have to get out of the car.
Uh,
Unless, I mean, like, you
but
can try not to.
why did he make her get out of the car? Because she wasn't paying the first thing.
Yeah, I mean, but it's still
Tried.
like it still doesn't add up to enough stuff because you get out of the car, then he had searched the car. Did he find something?
Yeah.
Like, I just don't know why she got arrested unless she
all
refused to get
all
out of
I
the car.
believe he found. Well, all I believe that he found was the fact that she had unpaid tickets in the state or city where she came from.
So she had a warrant.
So it I didn't get that far into it.
Well,
Hopefully, if you
that
edit
would be a
this,
warrant.
I,
If she has unpaid parking tickets, she probably had a warrant.
well, I think we'll have to try and recap that through edit through through the magic of modern technology
Yeah, I
to
bet you she
delve
had a
deeper into
warrant and they
that.
brought her in, and then she probably couldn't pay the
Hmm.
bail on the warrant, and then that's why they held her.
Hmm. Yeah, I found what
But I do
I started
remember the
watching
story.
like a couple of these Vice. Okay, but yeah, I started watching these Vice stories, and apparently, like other people who have been sent to jail for wrongful convictions and issues like that, once they get exonerated, there are some states in the lovely United States that the person gets nothing. Like if they're in jail for 10 years, They're literally just, all right, we made a mistake, but there's no restitution. There's no
states where you get
court
nothing.
or anything.
There's states where it's capped.
Yes, I'm telling you, there are states where you get nothing.
No, if Vice said that they're incorrect, I could look that up for next time. But I believe they're incorrect.
Okay.
For one thing, it's
make sure that I'm saying the right statement. Now, it's a federal issue. They get to state issues. It goes by state.
Well, no, it does go by state. It does go by state. Some states cap it, but no states is 0. And then if a state does that, you can take it to federal.
Like I'm telling you, there are some states where you get nothing.
No, there's no states that is 0. There's states that cap it.
And I'm telling you that there is. And I'm telling you there is. There are states that you get
No,
0.
I don't think that's true. I'll look it up on Vice. I mean, I'll look it up, but I think Vice might
yes.
Because
sometimes, and if you're wrong, and if here's the thing, if you're wrong, you got to put in bold print of this lovely podcast, John Chance III was wrong. There you go.
All right. Because yeah, I believe that to be wrong. Because it's impossible. I don't see how they could possibly do that.
This is the land of the free and the home of the brave.
No, I know, but you can't make laws that are against the Constitution, even if you're a state. So, like, I mean,
how is that against the Constitution? What do you mean?
Well, civil rights is that's a Constitution thing. You have due process and all that. So if you were wrongfully convicted, a state would have to pay. They might have a cap, but even those caps are kind of iffy. But I know some states have
minimum wage, but so then Vice is wrong. But no, but there's at least I know the state of Indiana. I think I got to go back to the snippet that I was looking at.
Well, also, when was this from?
This past year.
It was in the old one?
Doing these little wrongful. No, it was this year that they were talking about this.
I'll check it out. Maybe they're right. I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't think that was true, but it could be right. If you're wrongfully convicted, like
now you're side finally.
No. I mean, I don't think it's true, but like I don't know the law in every state. So maybe there's states that.
So I don't know. Let's talk about more. Like I think we're getting too down in dumps on issues. I think I sent you a link to some movie edits about curse words that they have to take out of movies, and then they in order to show the movie on TV instead of the movie, where there's some of yours in there.
My what? My movies?
Well, some of your best edits, I guess.
I have to check it. I know, like, instead of motherfucker, they say stupid sucker.
What movie was that?
You stupid sucker. Well, a lot of the old raps used to do that. Like, they were like, hey, stupid sucker.
Oh, no.
Stupid sucker.
There was this one from Lethal Weapon. Like, I've seen every Lethal Weapon at least, like, 10, 20 times. And another one with I think it was Lethal Weapon 2 with Joe Pesci, where he's in like they're in the drive-thru and they order Subway, and he's like, oh no, we can't go through the drive-thru. He's like, why? Because he says you don't go through the drive-thru because they fuck you in the drive-thru, because like you get your sandwich, by the time you get home you realize they didn't put your shit on there, and now you get fucked, so they fuck you in the drive-thru. And then he keeps saying that, but then in the edit for TV, it's like, yeah, you put your stuff on, you get it home, and they stick you in the drive-thru, man. They stick you in the drive-thru. I was like, who the hell said it? Like, what is he? Like, I've seen this movie. Why would he? But then I was like, that's when I got introduced to edits for movies, and I was just like, wow, dude. Like I understand back then you couldn't say that F word, but it's like, why would they change it to stick? Like they fudge you in the drive-through, maybe.
No, some of them are really funny. Well, there's some of them they change it because they don't even want it to like be like
Yeah,
associated with the word.
yeah.
Because
But like,
that's just as bad.
but what was the other one that I saw? Oh, with Die Hard, how Bruce Willis always says "Yippee ki yay, motherfucker," and then
Yeah.
like they changed it to "Yippee ki yay, Mr. Falcon." Like,
No,
who's
Hanson,
Mr.
Mr. Hanson. Yeah, that's the best one ever. Yippee ki yay, Mr. Hanson.
Like, what?
Because his last name is
Now I gotta
Hanson.
call instead of using motherfucker, I'm just gonna say Mr. Hanson.
Well,
Hey,
no,
Mr. Hanson.
the guy's name was Mr. Hanson.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
But
so it's like yippee ki yay, Mr. Hanson.
but what are you saying? It's not yippee ki yay. Yippee ki yay.
No, it's
Did you
yippee
think
ki
it's yippee
yay.
ki yay this whole time?
Yes, yippee ki yay, motherfucker.
No, no.
Don't you remember
I
Hey Dude?
think
It's
we're having a
yippee
Mandela effect
ki
moment.
yay to the break of day. Hey
But
Dude.
that's not Die Hard.
No, I know, but the
We're having
yippee
a
ki
Mandela
yay is
effect.
a saying. It's a Western saying. It's not. Die Hard didn't invent it.
Yippee ki yay is a saying too.
No, it's yippee ki yay.
That's not what he says in Die Hard, dude. You're gonna have to put another bulletin right here. Joe
Yippee
Chanticleer was wrong
ki
again.
Not yippee ki yay.
Yeah.
That sounds
Well,
stupid.
that's
Yippee
another one I'm
ki
gonna have to look up.
It's yippee
Do you
ki
want to? Do you want to pause the
yay.
podcast? Do you want to pause the podcast, look this up, and then come right back?
Well, we don't have to pause
Because
it. You want to pause it and do it?
yes,
All right,
I
hold
would
on.
love to.
All right, hold on.
Because I want to see the look on your face when you find out this is wrong. So we're looking this up now. All right, go
All right.
ahead. What did you see,
It was
sir?
yippee ki yay. Yippee
What?
ki yay. It's a Mandela effect. You know the Mandela
It is
effect,
not the
right?
Mandela effect. I'm telling you, it's not the Mandela effect.
Yes, it is. It's
Unless
the
it just
Mandela
affected
effect. It's
you.
a different dimension.
Uh-huh.
What do you remember Star Wars?
Yeah. No, what's Star Wars? I've never heard of Star
So
Wars.
what was the line?
Doesn't
What's the
exist.
line?
From what?
When Darth Vader when Darth Vader tells Luke he's his father, what was the line?
What is this thing you call Star Wars? Star Wars.
Yeah. No, I mean for the Mandela effect. Do you know the line?
Well, I believe I know it's about his father thing, but I'm not. Once again, I'm just trying to prove that you were wrong in this situation. So
No, it's
whatever I
like
say
that. It's
from
like
now on
Luke.
about this, I'm not being obligated to it. I believe in Star Wars. He says, "Luke, I am your father." No, Luke, I am your father. Something to that effect.
Luke.
But there is a
I am
Mandela
your
effect
father.
about it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
what?
I don't think he says Luke,
Because he says
I
Obi-Wan
am your
says my
father.
father is dead. Luke, I'm your father.
No,
Something
no,
like that.
yeah,
Because
Luke, I am your father. It's like Luke, I am your
because Luke
father.
says to him, Obi-Wan says my father is dead. No, Luke, I'm your father, or Luke, I'm your father. Something like that.
And what do people think it is? Luke, I am your father. But
Yeah.
Luke, I am your father. No, but what is the one
Luke,
that people
I'm
think
your
it is?
father. It's either I'm your father, Luke, and then people think it's Luke, I'm your father. But I don't like I've seen this Mandela effect about it, but I could care less. I'm just like whatever it is. Whoa shit. Ow. Sorry. I
Well,
was turning up after my win there. I'm sorry, I gotta rub it in that I won that one.
and what about Berenstain Bears?
So what are we doing now? You're trying to show proof that there is a Mandela effect just because you lost this
Yeah,
disagreement?
I'm saying Yippee Ki Yay is a Mandela effect because it's Yippee Ki Yay.
No. I think you're right. In like the Western TV shows, they probably do say yippee ki yay, but I think just the way it flows in the course of an answer to like a quick rebuttal, saying the whole thing is just too long. Like
Yeah, I'm trying to
yippee-ki-yay.
remember
It's just too many syllables.
song for Hey Dude. If they said yippee-ki-yay, yippee-ki-yay, what?
I mean,
Break
you'll
up.
have to look it up because I didn't watch westerns as much as my
No,
dad. My dad loves.
Hey Dude wasn't a Western. It was a Nickelodeon show about
Uh-huh.
about kids in a summer camp. It was like this New Yorker.
Uh-huh.
He had money, so he bought
Uh,
a dude ranch,
okay.
and he didn't know what he was doing,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just like these kids at camp. It was just like a you don't remember Hey Dude?
I vaguely remember it, but I just want to let everybody know who's watching. This is the part of the show where if you want to go walk off and do something else, you can, because he's going to reflect about something that I know nothing about at this moment.
No, we're gonna see if it's Yippee Ki Yay.
I'm
Ready?
not debating what you saw wasn't it, but I'm just saying that what is it?
So what did they say?
Everyone think. I don't know. My whole point was in the movie Die Hard. Bruce Willis says "Yippee ki yay, yippee ki yay,"
But you
and
heard
then
that though, right?
sure, but that was not our discussion.
Yeah, I know.
Our discussion was what Bruce Willis said. I
No, I
proved
just
my
wanted to make
point.
sure. Like I thought maybe I had it wrong. All, but no, they didn't say yippee ki. They said yippee ki yay. Is it
Okay.
yippee ki yay? Is it yippee ki yay?
Well, all I know is you were wrong, and that's what I'll die on my sword with.
That just brought back good memory.
But
You
what
don't
was the other
remember
one?
Hey Dude?
But I didn't watch that. I remember the I don't know show where they pour slime on you, Pete and Pete,
Yeah.
and was it Goosebumps or Are You for the Dark? Those are my
Yeah,
top
Are You
three.
Afraid of the Dark was awesome.
Nickel.
A lot of actors were in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey Dude was a
But what were the other edits like that you saw? Like Usual Suspects, the lineup, because
you,
what they say, hey, repeat the line. They're saying, give me the keys or give me the bag, you motherfucker.
you mean for the
And
Mandela effect?
then they say, give me the bag, you Mary Godmother.
Oh, for the
What is
curses.
going
Oh
on?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, back to the curses, because I've moved on, unlike you. But
I'm
yeah,
trying to
so
think
that's the
about the
one.
funniest one. Actually, to tell you the truth, I think the funniest one was the Mr. Hansen. Because I remember we used to always
Um,
make fun of that back in the day.
but
Because when you
but
watch Die Hard,
you've never watched a movie in a theater and then saw it on TV and noticed like some weird edits about it.
well, I mean, the weirdest edit I noticed
Like,
was
hey,
that Die
why'd
Hard
they
one. I
change that
remember
one?
seeing that Die Hard one. How
Oh.
about when they put bras on the girls' boobs?
Yeah, but I mean that's understandable. Can't have nudity on just
Yeah, I know, but sometimes
regular
it's not even
TV.
nudity. It's just like a little cleavage,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and they put like a
But
bra on
what
it.
was another one? Have you ever seen House Party? House Party, Kid and Play.
Yeah,
Okay, I love how what the three bullies who definitely don't look like they should be in high school, like look like they should be out in the workforce. Like there's three bullies. Like you know how the one high pitched guy always says, "Hey, what's that smell? I smell pussy." And then the TV edit is like, "Hey, what's that smell? I smell sushi." I was like, "What?" He's talking about sushi instead. But I
that's
was like,
even worse
"What?"
almost.
Like yeah,
That
that's why I was like, what the hell?
that's almost worse.
And it's like it was just weird. I remember it to this day. That's how traumatic it was to me.
We should probably. What do you think? We should cut the show. Unless we have anything else. You have anything
I
else?
want to talk about more shit.
All right, what do you want to talk about?
I'm thirsty for more. We still haven't talked about sports. Well, sports and all the effect of the protests. Like, I mean, it seems like they're doing something. Because, like, what? I know they said that Lady Antebellum is now changing their name to Lady A because of how the the name Antebellum is linked to racism, which I never knew about until
I don't know what
all of
that
this
is. What is
issue.
that?
I don't know either. I still don't know. It's like
No, no,
Antebellum
no. I mean, what
is
is this company?
I don't.
Lady Antebella?
You hold on. You never heard of Lady Antebellum?
Is that a rapper?
There. Oh my God, we're gonna have to put this in. We're gonna keep this part in the show for sure. Lady Antebellum is one of the newest modern country bands out there. You've heard their song. There's no way you can not have heard their song. Like a quarter after one. I'm here for fun and I need you now, or something like that.
I don't know. I've never heard it. I don't listen to radio.
I I'm tempted. I'm tempted to. Oh, there's no way you could avoid this song. That's how big it was. It's like,
I
but
don't
either
know
way,
if I've
they're a
ever
very
heard it.
popular country. I'm thinking, but either no way you can avoid this. But either way, this popular band now has changed their name because of the racial whatever issues about antebellum, how it's some racist term or something like that. And even NASCAR, like what they don't know the use of Confederate flag. That's progress.
Well,
If
I
you
guess.
know,
I
I'll
mean,
take
but
it.
I used to have the correct Confederate flag on my wall because it
Why?
because the Dukes of Hazzard. I love the Dukes of Hazzard.
I love the Dukes of Hazzard too, but I'm never gonna put like a damn Confederate flag on my car.
Well, it was awesome on the Dukes of Hazzard, the General Lee. Just the good old
Yeah,
boys,
man. That
never meaning no
yeah.
harm.
Oh
Something
boy.
about modern
Are
day
you
rappers.
auditioning to be a voice? A voice?
I'm just playing with my new microphone. I can sing.
Okay.
Um, no, I
What
had the
else? Oh yeah,
Confederate
I don't
flag. I
think
think it's
base.
fine.
They keep saying baseball is coming back, but
I don't know why.
I'm
Just
glad you think so.
bring
But there's
basketball,
but the
do
other
your basketball
99.9% of
championship,
black people disagree.
and just go to football. That's all we care about. Just make sure football is ready. Like we don't care about those other sports.
I don't think it's gonna be ready, dude.
No,
There's no
football is
way,
coming,
for
man.
one, they're
If
gonna have.
football doesn't come,
Yes, but with fans, no.
yeah, it's coming with
With fans, it's
fans.
not gonna happen.
If there's no football, just buy your shotgun now and lock your doors. Cause shit's gonna hit the roof.
But I've heard of at least through base in NBA, there's a lot of profile players who now don't want to be quarantined for like 3 months just so then they can give entertainment to other people. So it's like,
Well, that's because
and still,
basketball players are pussies. Football players will play.
no, I mean they have wives, they have family that they don't need to be want to be
The
away
death
from in
rate
a
is
time like
lower
this.
than the flu. You don't have to
I understand
quarantine.
that.
You just go play. The death rate is lower than the flu. There's no chance of you dying from
Well,
the thing.
it was increased.
Unless you're
Yes,
like
but
90 years old.
what has been an increase or a spike just for the fact of protests.
Well, of
What'd you
course it's
say?
going to be, because there would be a spike if it was the flu. Everyone was inside. Now everyone's outside. So of course it's going to spike. That was going to happen. It's like the flu. That would happen with the flu. That would happen with anything.
So then, what makes you think will not be out in this NFL if it's just NFL players?
What would you say?
Well, what makes you think that if they go ahead with it, one of them isn't going to get it?
They probably will get it, but who cares?
Well, the person who gets it for one, and then the other players who don't want to get it.
They're 20-year-old supremely athletic humans. They have absolutely no chance of dying from COVID-19 unless something crazy like they had some kind of like heart disease that they didn't know about or something. But like it's basically a 0% chance of these guys dying from COVID. And like the chances of them getting it is really low too, because they're not going to get it from the fans.
Well, there won't be any fans.
No,
So
if there were fans, they wouldn't get it from the fans.
how would they not?
It doesn't spread like that. It's not going to spread from the rafters onto the field. Like that will never happen.
Hold on, you're talking about NFL. You're talking about NFL.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about NBA right now.
Oh, well, I mean, NBA,
That's
it
where
wouldn't happen either. Like if someone in the stands had it, an NBA player is not going to get it from someone in the stands.
Hold on. Isn't COVID transferred through air?
Not like that.
So if you're in the thing, what do you mean not like that? What's not
Like I
like
mean,
that?
if someone like breathed onto your face from their face, like through talking, like they say it could
So you'd
spread
have to
like
be
that.
closer.
Yeah, but it's not going to spread from fans. Like it'll spread from one fan to another fan. But all they have to do to stop that
And then
is
the
with it.
fan closest to the.
No, it wouldn't go to the
Say that again?
player. It wouldn't go to the player. Like all the fans would have to do is wear the face mask, and that would lower it down to like 3%. And then just do the temperature thing. It'd be fine. Like if you're old, like if you're like a 90-year-old person, don't go. But like other than that, like if you're like 25 to 30, you're fine. You could go watch. You could watch them play
Well,
pansy
if
ball.
smart, maybe we've got a chance. But I think if they're
Well,
smart
I don't
enough, we
know
got a
about
chance
basketball. I
to
just
maybe do
don't
that.
because
But I know right now everybody's so scared. Can't can't hear can't hear you. Can't hear
basketball
you.
players might be scared, but football players will do it. Oh, you can't hear me?
Whatever you just said, you got to repeat. Whatever you just said, you got to repeat.
Oh, I said basketball
When you started
players.
leaning back,
Basketball players might be a little wussy about it, but I don't think oh, it got louder. I don't think football players will care as much.
but I mean, hey, if they're gonna have to be quarantined like that, a lot of people with families probably don't want to be away from
But
their
you don't
families for
have to be
3 months.
quarantined is the thing. What are you talking
Who
about?
who
You
doesn't have
only
to?
get quarantined. You only get quarantined if you have it.
I'm talking to athletes. In order to
Yeah, like
to play,
you don't have to quarantine the athletes. You quarantine them
then
if
why
they
are they
have it,
doing it?
huh? Because they do a lot of stupid stuff,
Hold on.
man.
The athletes are not playing and then going back home to their state. They're staying there and playing the season
You mean they're just sitting there for a month and
in
playing out the
hotels
season? Why would they do that?
away from their family.
Why wouldn't they just play at their home place?
Because if you have them going on planes, then it's more people, more interaction with other people, more potential getting it and spreading it.
It's not true. You just wear face masks and social distance and you're fine.
Well, unless you're a doctor and you're on a TV channel, that's what they're doing.
That's what
So
the
that is
doctors are
why a lot of
saying.
the
I mean,
athletes
the
are against
doctors
it.
say, well, I mean, then they should send back their money.
Send
Then
who
they
back
wouldn't
their
be
money?
against it.
Oh
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
well
I'm assuming.
that should be another discussion. I'm like, I think if the NBA should come back because they're still in the middle of their season. Anything else, they need to discuss whether it's worth having the season. And by worth, I just mean, granted, there'll be a loss of money, but I don't
No, they
think
should just
baseball will go under. They don't have a season. Football
they
will
should
under.
play
They
the
don't have a
season
season.
that they can, like do the playoffs, whatever. But they better not talk some shit like we don't want to be entertainment. Like what the fuck do they think they are? They're dancing monkeys. They gotta dance.
They're not dancing keys. There are people with families. There are people
No,
with families too.
they're dancing monkeys that get paid $10 million to dance, so they better dance.
But they're willing to give up their salary. If they're willing to not get paid for it, I'd be like,
Well, I
hey,
mean, yeah, if they're willing to not get
it
paid,
should be a leave of absence situation.
if they could, yeah, that'd
Huh?
be fine. If they don't want to get paid, but all of them or none of them are gonna be like that. They're all gonna be like, I want to get paid, so they all play.
Not all of them. No, there's been some vocal people who don't want to go back if money or
Yeah,
not.
yeah, of course they don't
Kyrie
want to
Irving
go
for one.
back because they're getting paid. But if you told them you go back or you don't get paid, they go back.
Hmm. Well, that's a bridge that they have to
Of course, if you tell
cross.
them you'll still get paid, but you don't have to come. Do you want to come? Of course, they say no. Anyone would say
Hmm.
no. But like, I mean, their job is to
Well,
entertain. They're dancing monkeys.
Joe
Dance monkey
Chance,
dance. Hmm?
I think the sun's getting kind of low.
Oh, it is. I have a
It's
fake sun
time
lamp. See,
to wrap it up.
look at that. Lights changed.
See all this talk, and now I've got.
You got the
Uh,
corona.
what was I gonna say? Wait, weren't you were trying to show me your light? I was flipping through. I didn't see the light. Can you show
Oh
me the
well, I
light?
got different ones. Like, see, this is white. I can bring it up some, and then
Mm-hmm.
I could go to sun. See, now it's like the sun.
That was Mars. Are you going to be John from the Red Planet?
It's just the sun, I guess, the sun lamp, and then I could go whatever this is. I think this is white.
All right. Well, I guess it is time to wrap it up. So I don't know. Take us away.
All right, yep. So let's let Jewish Dave bring it home with "Don't Eat Fire." That was the song. You heard our exit song "Don't Eat Fire" when I uploaded it.
When? What? What are you talking about?
On YouTube. It leads out with "Don't Eat Fire." That's Jewish Dave. Jewish Dave is bringing us "Don't Eat Fire." He let me borrow the soundtrack. He gave me one of his songs I could use for the podcast.
Okay. I this has got something we got to talk about off air. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
All right.
But anyway,
See you guys next week. Same heathen time, same heathen
same
channel.
Heathen
And then we
channel.
say,
We'll have guests.
Wessia
More rim
Felania.
shots. We need
And
more rim shots.
everyone comment on Ishmael's opening. It was awesome. Tell him he needs to do more openings.
Yes. And please comment on how John Chance doesn't know shit about Die Hard.
I'm gonna go back to Hey Dude.
Yippee-ki-yay. Yeah, yeah, yay.
Yay.
All
Till
right.
the break of
Peace
day.
out. All right. So,
Hey Dude.
let's just talk about the
Yippee-ki-yay,
episode. Did you like it?
motherfuckers. Huh?
Yeah. What was now the last? You can stop recording.
All right.